Sarah and Rob hired a sketchy contractor that said he was gonna refinish their cabinets for cheap and in a very short period of time. And he almost ruined their kitchen. But instead of going into the details, I would rather let Sarah and Rob tell their story themselves.
We're looking for someone to help paint our cabinets. There's a lot of people out there, and some people wanted to like paint with a brush, but I didn't want to have like brush strokes on there. So I found these guys and they were willing to spray. And so I thought, oh, okay, like they seem like great. And I asked them a bunch of questions about their process, and I asked them about like chipping, and they really made me like feel confident in what they were doing. Anyways, they gave me like a rainy day special. So they're like, if you book in advance, and then, in summer, and then once it rains, then we'll kind of save you money. So they came in and like, it was horrible. They completely ruined all of the cabinets. Like they were like peeling and chipping and half sanded, and there was like zebra stripes on them. They sprayed them on, so there's full missing sections everywhere. They used compatible products.
Yeah, the products weren't compatible that we found afterwards, and almost instantly it started peeling in a lot of areas.
And now let me guys show you how the kitchen looked when we took over the project. Here I am, guys, just got to the house. This is our first day of the on-site process. So this is the kitchen that we're gonna be taking over. All of these silicone lines that we have here, it looks absolutely horrible. We were supposed to take all of the doors off and spray all this melamine tape, but obviously they didn't take the doors off, and now we have this spot here. Even though it's hidden by the doors, like I kind of get it, but I call it cutting corners, guys. It's just not acceptable, absolutely. This stuff is already peeling. These guys unfortunately didn't cover everything really, really well. Now let me show you what we have going on here. Some overspray here and there. We also pulled the tape, like, when we mask off all of the walls. They either used the wrong type of tape or they pulled too hard, most likely the first. And now we have a bunch of patches. Guys who, cut corners and don't really care about the quality, but care about profits first, they always lose. It doesn't work this way. And now we have all of these damages. That's the problem, That's the problem. It's not supposed to be like that. Now we're gonna have to repaint the walls here. All right, let's get going. We're gonna cover all the floors. We're gonna make sure that nothing stays unprotected. Then we're gonna put up the zip walls to make sure that there's nothing coming out of we're gonna start the masking process. We're gonna clean everything first, put masking tape to cover all of the inside of the boxes, and then our normal process: cleaning, sanding, priming, top coat.
So I actually posted on the Maple Ridge Moms group, and I said like, hey, is there anyone that's like refinished kitchen cabinets that are like amazing in quality, but also like really know like the chemical process? Because I wanted someone who didn't just like paint walls. I needed someone that really knew what they were doing. And I had like 5 different moms recommend you, and I hadn't heard of you before. So then it was funny because then called you, and I could tell that you were different. Like you really had like a lot of passion for what you do. And you actually felt bad for me, and I almost felt like I could feel that you were feeling bad for me. And I was like, this is just so different. And anyway, so I called my husband Rob, and I said, this guy is different. Like he seems like he really knows what he's doing. And then you came in, and the cool thing that you did is that you actually brought a sample, which was unique because you could tell, like when Rob and I were looking at it, we were like, this doesn't even look like you sprayed it. It looks like a brand new one. And then you went through everything about how you're gonna fix it and how you're gonna do this and how you're gonna do that, and you could do, anyways, it was just, we just had so much confidence, and we had such a relief.
If you're watching this video, first, thank you. But second of all, guys, this is the actual reason why I'm doing all these videos. Because if you're thinking about hiring somebody, please do your research up front. Really, guys, ask for recommendations. If you don't have any, go online, check out their social media, their Instagram, YouTube channel, website. It's super simple, guys. If they're really, really good, they have nothing to hide. And more importantly, very often, they're really proud of what they do and how they do it. Huge shout out to the moms from Facebook group, from the Maple Ridge community. Thank you very much for your referrals. I truly appreciate it. And with that being said, let's go back to the story. By the way, this is literally 20 minutes after the guys came downstairs and we wrapped up everything, we cleaned up everything and just handed off the kitchen back to Rob and Sarah. So this is their first impression, pretty much.
I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. It looks so good.
You went the extra mile, put all the hardware back on and put little bumpers on and just took care of every last detail.
What was different?
Yeah, I actually really like that you were like, hey, check out, these are all my media pages like YouTube and Facebook, and here's my website. And like anyone can have a website, but then when you actually had like tutorials about like how things were done, for us, it was like when we watched them, you were saying, okay, this is what you need to look for. This has to be done properly. You're kind of like, you're trying to teach people about how it needs to be done. Like I've never seen people do that in the painting trade.
Showing the process, like all the tricks and just how to execute it correctly. And us watching those videos, first meeting you, we had faith. And then you started the project and I saw some other videos come up and watched those, and I knew right then, I told Sarah, I said, we have the right guy.
Yeah.
Well, it's gonna get done, right?
Yeah.
I don't think we can find anybody else like him around. He's really done his homework and he's got a knack and a passion for it, so.
I know a lot of my other friends have been looking at getting their cabinets done, and everyone's always trying to figure out, it's always about price. Okay, this guy's willing to, do this price, but this guy's like $200 cheaper, that guy's $500 cheaper. But there's really no knowledge and information about like what it's gonna look like in the end. And we learned our lesson about it's important to look at like social media and things like that you provide.
It's an investment, and it's gonna look like new, and it's gonna look like new. I'm sure. I have confidence in saying it's gonna look new for a long time to come.
But even like 10 years ago when we built this house, just the boxes and the doors cost us $18,000. Now, 10 years later, it would cost even more. So, and that's just the boxes, no demo, nothing. So your price is crazy deal.
Fantastic value.
Yeah.
And it's a new product.
I really want to make a few points here, guys. First of all, as you can see, Sarah and Rob learned their lesson the hard way. But secondly, I really appreciate the fact that they talk about everything, and also that they're willing to share with the other homeowners of what they went through, what they should have done differently, so you guys don't make the same mistakes.